Hi there, everybody. Welcome to Spiritual Psychics TV, and I am Rachel, as in Rachel G. Palmistry. Yes, I actually do read palms, and the format is as such. Richard, the producer, posts an email over in the chat, and you take a picture of the hand that you write with, meaning your dominant hand. So for me, it would be my right hand, okay? And you have to do it from the wrist all the way up to the very tips of the fingers. Nice and clear, okay? And then you send it in, and we'll see if we can get it on. Now, keep in mind, I've been doing this for over 30 years, and my approach is not that very atypical, like, fortune teller-ish kind of thing that you might expect. It's more of like an energy and soul reading, and yes, past, present, and future are on your hand. And all that can be read, and we can talk about that, certainly. But in this format, I only talk about things that I am absolutely, almost at that very moment, instantaneously drawn to, so that it probably has some major importance in your life at this moment in time, so that it can get you to that point of where things might go a little bit more smoothly for you. Okay, now I also do tarot cards. So what we're going to do is, at the beginning of the show here, we're going to be doing some palm readings. And then toward the end, we're going to switch over for everybody, because palm reading I could spend forever on a palm. I really, really could, okay? So we're going to get in as many as possible. But then we're going to switch over to those people that still want a reading. I will do a very quick tarot card pull for you, okay? And that will be toward the end of the show. Now, if you're not familiar with me, please check out the website for Spiritual Psychics TV. It's spiritualpsychicstv.online. I hope I got that correct, Richard. Did I? The website is spiritualpsychicstv.online. Or .com or .co. All right, we got it all. All right, and you can see. Oh boy, and you can see a little bit of my bio. You can even see my first show I did with SPTV. Oh, my face was red. I was nervous. It was a stressful moment. That's all I got to say. And also over there, you can actually become a patron to keep this as a free platform. You can see all the various mediums, all the different readers, all the psychics, all the different classes and the opportunities that are available for you as a viewer. So please check it out. Okay, and I'm sure that Richard has that plastered everywhere in the chat. I cannot personally see that, but I hope that he does. Now, a little bit about palmistry. It's not for the faint of heart, the way I do it. You have to understand that your palm, the one that you write with, is your current life. Okay? So that means that everything that you've been through from birth, and actually a little bit before birth, right, up to the present, and your future for this particular, how to put this, physicality that you were in, right, is on that hand. Some people don't like the type of style, meaning that it's more of a soul reading approach. Some people just want the, next Friday at 7:11 p.m. a cardinal is going to fly by the window and you're going to get an electric bill in the mail. No, no, that's not how I operate. I am a mishmash, an amalgamation of several different methods of palm reading, and I actually follow Aristotelian, a little bit of Chinese, and also Hinduistic ideology when reading palms. I know that's a lot to talk about there. So if the right hand, for me, is my current life, that means that my left hand is a map to everything my energy has been through all my past lives. That's right. But at first mini reading and at first readings for everybody that I do, every one of my clients, I always start with the present hand, meaning the present life, the dominant hand. So that's what we're going to do. Okay? And if you have any questions at all about anything that I say about your hand or about cards later on, please feel free to reach out to me anywhere. Like I said, you can find me on the SBTV website, and you can also find me, just put in the Rachel G. Palmistry, the tag Rachel G. Palmistry, and I'm bound to pop up somewhere. Okay. And we can get in touch with each other that way. But I think I'm ready. Oh, oh, we got hellos. All right. Richard, is there any way that I could? Yeah, there we go. I was just going to ask you, hey, Sally. Yay. You made it. Hi, Louise. Good to see you. Oh, family picture. Hi, Christine. Thank you for coming by. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. Hi, Lauren. Oh, that's such a sweet photo. Hi, Freya. Hey, Freya. I remember you. I remember the name. Natalie, good evening to you as well. Hey, Rebel. Love the name. Hi, Shiloh. Good morning to you. Hi, Shelly. Shelly Hawkins. Wow, I have a lot of Hawkins family members. Loretta Rose, you made it. Hey, Miss Loretta Rose. Hi, Eileen. Good to see you. I hear you sent your hand in. Hi, Spirit. Hello, hello. Of who? Eileen or Spirit? Spirit. Amanda, aka Spirit of Love. You will have to take another picture and send your hand in again to Richard, okay? Because it wasn't quite right. Which part was wrong on it again, Richard? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. To put it mildly and perhaps bluntly, you didn't attach the photo. So maybe you don't have to take another picture, but just attach the photo and do another email. And then I got you. Okay. Hi, Allison. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining me again. Hi, love. I'm going to call you love. Or should I call you lovey? I don't know. But thank you for joining us tonight. Amy, oh my Lord, excuse my French. That is that right there. Yes. That is my mouthy sister is in the quote unquote chat room house. Hello there. Thank you for coming by. Just Pesh. Just a Pesh. Pesh, yeah. Thank you. Hi Patricia. Look forward to reading your hand if I get a chance to. Thank you for sending in your poems, guys. You like my laugh? Oh boy. Okay. Well, you know. I Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, Lauren. I'm sorry, Richard. Are you talking to yourself? I'm ready. Let's do this. Bring it. Bring it. This is Sparta. Bring it. Okay. All I have on my screen is Lauren with this lovely photo. Tommy's girl, sent left palm, as right has already been read before. So was your right hand, Tommy's girl? Your right hand was your dominant? If so, then your left hand is your past life. Okay. Marcus! Hello, Marcus. Hello, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, Marcus is on tomorrow night, everybody. So make sure to come back here to this YouTube channel. Now I see the hand. I see the hand. All right. Now, whose hand is this, Richard? Eileen Mackey. Which hand? Which hand do you write with? If you pick up a pen, which one do you sign your name with, Eileen? That's the one that we want. Well, I can read this hand, but I need to know if this is your non-dominant, meaning you do not write with this, and we will be reading a past life, or if it's, oh, I've set my right. Did I need to set my left? I'll read what's in front of me. Hey, Eileen, I'm good to go. Yeah, okay, go ahead, move that down for me, please, Richard. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, if this is, I need to know if this is the dominant hand or the non-dominant hand, and that will change the way I kind of approach the reading. You're right-handed, so this is your dominant hand. Okay, we got this. First off, Eileen, right off the bat. Okay, Richard, I gotta ask a favor. Bump up the contrast just a little bit. Please, sir. Just a little bit. Contrast. Oh, the cheek. Oh my God, the cheek. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's a little too much. That looks like the hand has been painted red. Mm. Okay. All right. What I'm going to do for you, Eileen, is I'm going to read your fingers. There's a couple things that I have questions about, though, about your hand. And since the picture isn't, like, the lighting on it when you took the picture doesn't illuminate the lines very well, and we can't get a good contrast and brightness ratio, I first off, this is Venus. The thumb is Venus, okay? And I'm going to get the pen I always use, the one with my crystal on it. Look at this. Look at this pen, okay? It's like a wand. So, this is Venus. Do you see how Venus is so much different compared to Apollo, which is the ring finger, and Mercury, which is the pinky, the little finger? So you have a combination hand. Your palm is very water-like, meaning at your core of who you are a very intuitive, very empathetic. You can walk into a room and just get those vibes off people, right? But this combination that you have is that these three fingers are not water at all. In fact, they are more earth than anything else. And then over here, Apollo and Mercury. Now, those two kind of have a little bit of that water tendency. So I'd say they're like 60% water, 40% earth, just because we're talking about the width of them, the length of them, the overall shape, the lines on them, the segments, everything, okay? So you have a true combination hand. Now, what the heck does that mean, right? Well, the size of Venus. Venus isn't about love, okay? Just throw that out the window. It's about social interaction. And the way that Venus sits on your hand means that there is a part of you that will work and work and work and work for people, for the betterment of the people around you, for like the overall good of your family, your maybe church community, things like that, like a close-knit group, right? Now, but how far down are you going to, this is my question to you, Eileen. How far down are you going to push your opinions and your vision of what should be done? How far down are you going to keep your mouth shut and put it in a jar and put it on a shelf for later? That's not healthy. That's not. And why do I say that? Well, Jupiter, this pointer finger right here, the index finger, it's very wide. It's set apart, actually. Exactly. I know it's got to stop, Eileen. You have a really big space right here in between Saturn and Jupiter. Now keep in mind, these three fingers are very much alike. So we have social interaction, and Zeus, aka Jupiter, represents your self-esteem, your ego, right? And Saturn, the ability to get things done. Now, well, what I also notice is that, remember what I said about these two guys over here, right? Apollo and Mercury, they're about communication. And they are not all earth. They have that water kind of tendency in them as well, right? So, my friend, don't let intimidation squash your opinion. Don't let intimidation steer you away from what you know intuitively to be right. And I also know that you feel that you have to put a mask on, like a costume, right? To kind of just get through it, because you know inside you, in every fiber of your being, hey, it might be better if we chose B instead of A, but everybody's going along with A. And you will do everything possible to make sure that A works out for everybody, but in your heart, you will have known that it was easier if they had chosen B in the first place. Stop cutting yourself off verbally. Stop doubting yourself. Communicate. And it's going to be hard, but you're not meant, nobody here on this planet is meant to be on a hamster wheel. Nobody. There's no learning in being on a hamster wheel, is there? Instead, we're going to look at another finger, which is Mercury. Now, not only is how he communicates is with that very fact-oriented, this is a pen, this is a computer mouse, the sky is blue, it might be raining, very fact. Well, do you see there's another big gap in between Apollo and Mercury, which means that you will not stand up and say, we're doing B. We are choosing choice B. I don't care what you all say. And unfortunately, given what I can see with some of the lines on your hand, causes a lot of inner conflict. A lot of inner conflict. Now, I want you to know that I can see something called a presence line. But what really pops out at me is something you have on an area right here. It's like a little indentation, almost like a little triangle looking thing. That means you need to write your story. 100%. It's the marking of a writer. In order for you to get all of that angst that you have been squashing in, write it down, make the story. Obviously, if you base it on your reality, change the names of people, because who wants even more conflict? But you will be amazed at how it feels to get that off your chest. But you have the hand of an actor, and what I mean by that is that you will go along with the grain, and that's not a bad thing. It's not. It's part being human. And that's why I also read past life, which is found in the other hand, because why we do certain things in our present life and our current lives can be seen in the past, right? So please write it down. Whatever you do, write it down, make a story of it, tell your truth, tell your opinion, tell it how, from your standpoint, and shock and awe will be about. You have, I told this before, but wouldn't know where to start. You sit in front of a computer and you go. You just do it. And if you don't do that, just put a little mark on a piece of white paper and see where it leads. That's how you do it, Eileen. But I hope that helps, because you got to get that off your chest. You do. All right? Feel better about yourself. Speak up. Forget that comfort zone you're used to. I hope it helps. Okay, Richard. And it was an honor getting to see your hand and read your hand, Eileen. Hi, Veronica. Good to see you. Okay, I cannot see the bar a little bit all of a sudden. I don't know what that's about. Wait, I can do, hey, I can expand it. Okay. Richard, are you there? Richard.
I am.
They always pop out of my ears. They go flying everywhere, you know. Yeah. Now I can. Yes. Hello, Rhea. Hi, Stardust. How does that work? How does this work? All right. Hey, Emma. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Hi. Hi, Janine. Hello. All right. So tonight, just so you guys know, because I said we are going to be doing cards a little bit later, I have a tarot deck that I'm in love with this tarot deck. It is called the Light Seers Tarot. Okay. It's kind of a contemporary, it has contemporary illustrations on it, and its own take on the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Okay. So just as an FYI. And I also tonight have with me some apophyllite, which I like to put stones around my cards and just kind of fiddle, you know, like with stones when I'm doing my readings. And I have some apophyllite, which, as you know, is actually formed via volcano. So the energy in this is like super intense. And so that's what I'm charging the cards up with. Hey, who knows what we'll get, right? So, another palm, Richard, please. Sally. Sally, did I read your hand before? It looks so familiar. Wow, Sally. Oh, Sally. You, my friend. You are like, you have, I'm like speechless over here. I can't even find my words. There is this really rare type of hand. The line work on it makes it be called a simian hand. Okay. Now that's the predominant line work in your hand. So, what does that mean? A lot of palm readers, palmists, will not touch that hand. Yes, you finally did make it, Sally. Now, what that means, a simian hand? All right, okay. Because it looks so familiar. Maybe it's your name. Maybe, I don't know, Sally. But hey, whatever. Maybe I've known you before. Hey, we could go there. But anyway, so a simian hand. Buckle up, Buttercup. Simian hand is found in like 5 to maybe 8% of the entire world's population. I'll let that sink in for a moment. 5 to 8%. Yeah. You're a rare lady. Okay. Now, some may say that you actually do have a wisdom line. Okay, because most people have 3 lines on their hand, and there will be a top one, which is the relationship, and then there's one in the middle, which is a wisdom, and then there's the big one that goes all the way around, which is called the lifeline. Now, if we look at your hand, your dominant lines, there's one that goes straight across. Use my pen again here. There's one that goes straight across, all the way across, and then you have your lifeline. You have some little tangential lines, some branching, but your hand is very rare. Now, it's found, you're going to have some homework, Sally, okay? So you are first going to look up what a simian hand is, and you're going to find the following. You're going to find that when it comes to relationships, and I see that thumb, and if you saw what I just said about Eileen's hand, you know the thumb is about social interaction, social acceptance, right? Those types of relationships, right? Well, you work extra hard to be understood in your relationships, but because of the simian quality in your hand, which means that's your energy, okay? Your energy is a super, super intense energy, and people don't really understand simian people. Like, every simian handed, I could count, I've only ever read maybe about, I don't know, 15, 20, 100, like pure simian handed people, okay? And they are all very intense, very, very intense. And in their relationships, if somebody does one thing wrong, that relationship's over. That's it. If they're crossed one time, that's it. It's done. Get out of my life. I don't want you in my life. Okay? Now, so for you are actually trying to control that intensity, and it's wearing on your energy. I can see that in your other fingers, and I can see that in the lines on your palm, which is a really great picture of your hand. Now, what you have to understand that it's okay. And why I say that is because Zeus, who's all about self-esteem, ego, bravado, that belief in the self, right? Look how short he is. But the two things that you need to tap into in order to help your relationships, so you don't have to do all the work and keep this, like, hold back what you really want to say, and possibly even stay in a relationship that isn't healthy, okay? Just because you don't want to seem like the person that always throws in the towel and says, just get away from me, right? You are going to have to start doing things for you. And I say that because of Saturn. I say that because of Apollo. So you are going to have to manage your self-care in a much more healthy way than you are now. Okay? And you don't let any naysayer make you doubt you or doubt any type of relationships you may be walking away from. You, my friend, have a hard road. You do. Okay? Because, again, you are part of 5 to 8% of the entire population of the planet. The entire population of the planet. Let that sink in again, okay? I'll give you a little millisecond there, okay? So most people aren't gonna get you. So be creative. Go into the arts. 100% go into the arts. Be creative. Use that emotion, that intensity that you have. Put it out there and let that draw society to you. You understand? Because what you have to say and your opinion of things, and this is kind of goes back to Eileen's hand as well, is that your opinion, your energy, your feelings are just as valid. And you have the advantage in that you have a perspective that the majority of the world, they are not able to see or comprehend. You could go very, very far. Does explain an awful lot? Okay. All right. So you look up the following. You look up Simian hand. You look up indigo, as in an indigo simian hand or an indigo person. And you also look up changeling. And let me see what else. Starseed. I don't really think you're a starseed. I don't think you're a starseed. But pay attention to your dreams. You might want to journal on that and see where it goes. But I hope what I said to you helps you. Okay? Believe in yourself. My God. Society has a way of pushing those that we don't understand, pushing them down and into a rut and into a pattern so that we can understand them. And that happens to simian hands, and that's why anger builds and frustration and that intensity. So create. I hope that helped. Sally, it was an honor getting to read your hand, but I really hope that helped. Reach out to me if you have any questions about what you read, okay? When you look up those terms. All right. So far, very interesting bunch tonight. Wow. Hi, Maxine. Good to see you. Hi, Rhea. Oh, you've heard good things. Well, thank you. Thank you. SPTV is a great place. It's a lovely place. Please check out their website. I'm sure it's in the description below this video, right? Hey, Isabella. We'll see. We'll see what we get. Okay, we'll see. Keep watching. Okay, Sheila or Shiloh? 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 Okay. Okay. I'm going to read Shiloh's palm now. Okay. Look, Richard, I'm taking a drink of water. Right before I came on, in case you're wondering what I meant by that, right before I came on air, this water tried to take me out, tried to take me down. Yeah, it was a scene. All right, Shiloh. Look at that hand. Woo. How many people rely on you, huh? How many people? That's a rhetorical question. I want to tell you right off the bat. Obviously, you know you're an empath. Obviously, you know you're an intuitive. But, Shiloh, do you do this kind of thing as well? Have you ever thought about reading cards or that kind of thing? Looking up the clairs? Because I'm getting a very, like, a claircognizant kind of vibe off you. Maybe it's a clairaudient vibe off of you. Like, you get a lot of like ringing in your ears or high pitched noise, things like that. And you can just kind of feel people around you, like the energy, the vibes around you when you're in a room alone. I get that from you because your hand, you have deep lines. So every emotion that you have an experience, you feel very, very deeply, and you feel on multiple levels that a lot of people, believe it or not, they don't, because everybody's hands are different. Now, on you, if I may say, if everybody's still here, right? See the difference between the Simeon versus Shiloh's hand here, okay? Now, Sally's hand had that one main line going across. That's what made it Simeon. And here on Shiloh's, we have 3-set line. We have that top line, right? The top line, which is the relationship. And we have the second one down. We have the second one down, which is the wisdom. And then, of course, we have the lifeline. You've been doing it a long time, sharpening even more of late. I thought so. All right, Shiloh. Now, people rely on you. Okay? I said that right off the bat looking at your hand. And you have a very balanced hand, meaning the size, the proportion of your fingers versus the width and the give that I can perceive. Obviously, I'm not there to see how squishy your palm is, right? But the give that you have, everything about your hand is very well balanced, except one. Why? I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it, Shiloh. There has to be a point in time, and I said, you know you've been doing this a long time, and you're sharpening, and I'm going to go throw a word in there, sharpening your skills even more of late, okay? Because I'm assuming that's what you mean. Your Mercury, and you know what Mercury is. It's communication. Now, Mercury is the pinky, right? 99% of people across the planet, the pinky, Mercury, is the smallest finger, right? But how far down the segments it goes at its height kind of shows a palm reader how much you are willing to speak up on your own behalf. Okay? So you are giving and giving and giving and helping and helping and helping. But right now you have to focus on your shielding. And I really recommend that you go earthing, because even if you have been doing this for a very long time, there's some frustration in the fact that there are so many demands on you. Okay, and I get it. You probably feel this like gusto to like be like, oh, let's do this. Like I said in the beginning, like bring it, right? Well, we're in a physical form, and we have to maintain this physical form in order to be able to do what we do. And what I'm trying to explain to you is that Mercury, as communication, he's also the backbone. He's the backbone of truth. So if it comes to a point where you feel, hey, I just cannot, I can't do any, I'm going on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm not doing anything but sitting at home, binge watching shows, eating popcorn, doing whatever you got to do to just shut it off as much as possible and be in your own energy and not someone else's. Do it. Don't be afraid to do it, because your hand needs a recharge. You got, and not a reset, but you gotta plug that charger in. Okay, you do, and you can't shy away from telling somebody when you need to do it. Don't let anybody push you. Okay. Now, the other thing is that you have this fate line, which I call a presence line, going straight up through the middle of your hand. The older you get, you are going to be more of a role model, and you are going to be in that teacher position. The older you get, you are going to gain respect like crazy, okay? And that is all the way until the very, very end, okay? But right now, you have to understand it's okay to hit the pause button and recharge a little bit and then go back out there, because that's everything I'm getting off you. And if I can feel your energy like that, and yeah, I have trouble shielding, so get in touch with me. We'll swap stories, okay, Shiloh? Find me online somewhere. We'll swap tales, all right? But please, if you feel like you cannot do it, like you know, don't be afraid to take that break, and don't feel that you are the responsible one for actually maintaining, I'll say it, like some kind of income or some kind of growth for your family or your community, because as they say, it takes a village, you know. So accept that, all right? And there's no insult in that. It's a true saying that exists for a reason. Sometimes it takes a village. Everything resonates? Okay, perfect. So if you want to, get in touch with me anytime, and we can talk about different grounding, recharging techniques, okay, that have kind of worked for me. They're a little strange, yeah, but they work. They do work, but it's different for everybody, I've come to believe. So you can find me in my contact, which is Rachel G. Palmistry. And I'm also on the Spiritual Psychics TV.online website. And you can find all my social links there. And it was an honor getting to read your hand, Shiloh, because I know there might have been some trepidation. But you're very gifted. So thank you. Thank you. I hope that helped a little bit. All right, that was amazing. I like that. It's so nice of her to let me read her hand. A lot of readers don't. Readers, psychics, mediums, they get uncomfortable sometimes with the type of palm reading that I do. So it was an honor, Shiloh. Thank you. All right. So who do we have next, Richard? Okay. Rhea. Ooh, look at that water. What's that saying? Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. Is that how that line goes? Oh, no, no, no. It has to do with it's from a story. A man is out. It's a really famous story. A man is out. It's a shipwreck. He's out on a like castaway, like he's out on a little dinghy or a little raft or something, and yeah, we're doing your hand. That's right. And he says, water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink, or something like that. And when I look at your hand, that's the first thing that popped in my head. Rhea, first off, want to tell you, do not be afraid that your lifeline is small. Been doing this for over 30 years, okay? I've seen people who have like maybe a quarter of an inch long lifeline, and which is like a little tiny thing, right? And it means nothing because obviously they're like 50 years old and they're sitting in front of me, right? So what I do see on your hand is all of this water everywhere. Hello. And your fingers. How are your dreams lately? A bit intense? Just a little intense, little colorful, vibrant dreams you're having lately? And why do I ask that? Your fingers. Look at how long your fingers are in comparison to the size of your palm. Okay? Now, what fingers are the longest on you? Jupiter, right? Saturn, and Apollo. And then look at Mercury and Venus. They're always the shortest fingers. Well, not always, but about 95% of the time, right? But the placement, the width, everything of your thumb is a little off compared to the rest of those three guys right here, the trifecta, right? So, what does this say? This says that you hesitate to join other people. Now, I'm going to tell you, and I'm not talking about the health situation in the world right now. Just throw that out the window, okay? Just push it out. I'm talking about you and your energy. Why do you hesitate making very like showing people your true self and letting your guard down and kind of going out and socializing, whether it be well, obviously when we can, you understand, given everything I said, to throw out the window. But I don't know if you are in any way agoraphobic. I will tell you, you are an empath. The wateriness of your hand right away says you are an empath. But also, this area of your hand, right? How smooth it is. And I can see that you have a lot of give to your hand. I can almost feel it. It's really weird. Well, I'm sensing your energy. And the lines that you have going into that area mean that you are highly intuitive. So a lot of empaths don't really like, I'll say it, people, like that general term. They like to steer clear of the crowds, steer clear of the stores, people in general. And therefore lies this agoraphobic kind of tendency, meaning fear of crowds, okay? Now, why do I say all that? What's something else that can back that up? Venus is so small on you, and that social interaction, okay? As she's set low on your hand. Yes, you are unique, Rhea. Now, it's set low on your hand, which also means that you're just like, I can go on my own, I don't care. You have an independent streak, which you just said you're unique. I'm pointing down because that's where I can see what you're saying, okay? And now Mercury over here, he's the communicator, right? That the god that is like, okay, this is how things are. This is the truth of the situation, and let me explain it to you in black and white. Well, he's farther set away from the rest of your fingers. It's kind of curving differently away from the other ones, which means that you don't even really want to explain. You just want to be on your own. Now, also looking at your relationship line, which is that top line that goes across, okay? You have a lot of little islands, meaning like lines kind of close off and they make little islands, okay? And chaining, it goes like this, okay? Like little X's across it. That means you have relationship conflict in your life. Now, why I'm chuckling is that you actually have one really, and the job I do too, yeah, this is true, okay. Now, you have a very, very soul attachment relationship line that's so deep that I can see it from this angle. And you're like, what? Me? No. What? Yeah, okay. Those lines are usually found like right here on the side, okay? Now, looking at your palm, you have one that goes right around this way and stops, like right there. Goes right here, okay? That means that this is like your other half. Does it mean that it is a significant other? No. What it means is that it is a bond with someone that gets you to a T and that you get them. It's like if you felt broken and you were going to be, just want to crawl away, which is your tendency, Rhea. You want to crawl away? They will be like, get yourself out this front door right now. They will grab you and force you to say, we're doing this together. So hang on to that person, okay? Hang on to that person. If they haven't come into your life yet, guess what? They're coming. Because that's a deep, long line, okay? And they're the one that's going to have the fighter spirit because of how deep that line is and where it's placed underneath Mercury, okay? So, wow, water everywhere. Also, look up different ways of in order to get yourself out there into the world again, okay, when we are able to do all this, right? I want you to look up a few things. You're going to have some homework. You're going to have some homework. Your energy needs you to read a few things, learn, adapt, change your routine a little bit, okay? Because we're here to learn. And the only way we're really going to do that is by interacting with others. Even though I know you don't want to feel all that, and people will just come up to you and talk to you, and you don't want to talk to them, it's something you're going to have to do. You have an idea who it might be? Okay. All right. Well, Rhea, get in touch with me. I can always recommend a few specialists on what it is to be an empath, meaning, actual doctors, MDs that have done the research, have the books, have all that. And I've actually read these things myself. I'm not affiliated in anything or anything like that whatsoever. But it's just stuff that I've used for myself to get myself along, and help myself out. So if you are in need of that, please feel free to reach out to me, okay? But I hope that helped. Don't shy away from them. Don't. Because if you do, they're going to grab you by the hand even harder and pull you out the door even harder. So why even bother? Because they're going to get away with it. You guys, the two of you, you just have an understanding of each other. So good for you, Rhea. Now remember, it doesn't have to be a significant other. It's just that soul recognizing soul, okay? You're very welcome, Rhea. Very welcome. And it was an honor getting to read your hand. Okay? All right. So who do we have next? What time? How? I'm like in a time warp all of a sudden. I'm feeling everybody's energy lately. It's really crazy.
It's 11:30.
Half past 11. All
Do you
right.
want to do one more?
How? Pardon? We'll do a couple cards. Okay. All right. So could you please, Richard, just let me see the comments, and I will pick someone. Now we are going to start doing some cards. Blueberry, you're getting a card. I remember you. Blueberry, scroll back one more, just one. I remember Blueberry. Okay. So, remember, it's tarot cards tonight, everybody. Whoa. Don't be afraid. Don't get shy. The imagery on this deck is wonderful. And it is based on the Rider-Waite deck. Okay, so if you are familiar with that particular deck, kind of the same meanings if you go by the book, but me, I don't. I'm an intuitive reader, so there we go, right? Okay, Blueberry, you're getting a card, and this is a quick read. Okay, we're going to start doing some quick reads. Oh, 10 of Swords. Blueberry, why are you nervous? What's that anxiety? The worst that could be done has already been done. Move forward. And as you could probably see in this imagery, it looks like she's heading to a beach. And beaches mean water. And water means what? Emotion. You're going to have to experience it. You are. But what is done is done. It's behind you. It's done. It's finished, all right? Move into the future. Don't have fear of it, Blueberry. Don't have fear of it. And you can see how this is different. The imagery on these cards is so different from the Rider-Waite, okay? Okay. Next, Richard. Hope that helped, Blueberry. Elham. Okay. First time getting a card. Interesting. 9 of Swords. And these I've been using these cards right and left on my own with clients. So these are shuffled, okay? So this is right before that 10 of Swords. You can see the things that are coming. You can see, wow, stuff's really gonna quote unquote hit the fan, as they say around here, right? But I want to point out something. You're not alone. You're not. You haven't been. You never will be. Spirit, which is right there amongst the birds, is there. And you are receiving messages about the outcome of things in your dreams, because what you may not be able to see is that this woman is actually sitting up on the edge of a bed. The headboard of the bed is actually going this way, and it's very faint, and that's her pillow and blanket. So pay attention to your dreams, because there's something that's about to change. Okay. Next, Richard. Hope that helped. Oh, this deck, Eileen, is the Light Seers Tarot. That's it right there. And listen, lady, you already got your hand read. Rohan. Okay, you're getting a card. Rohan, out of curiosity, how do you feel about having your palm read as being from India? I know that it is, some people are very uncomfortable with that. But you're getting a tarot card. Ooh, major arcana time. You have the Fool. Now, this means nothing more than you feel the energy. This is the beginning, the absolute beginning of the major arcana of the tarot. It is actually the zero card, okay? Now, if you notice, she's closing her eyes and she's just going to trust the universe. She's like, I feel the energy. I feel things need to change. And I'm just going to let it happen. Come what may, things are changing. And probably way down deep inside, you feel that things need to change. Major arcana cards are major change cards. It's time to do it. But my advice to you, have a plan. What do I mean by that? Write down everything that you really, truly desire and really, really want to change. And see what happens. Okay. Hope that helped, Rohan. Next, Richard. Hi, Julie. Yeah, you've never seen this before. You've never seen SPTV. Or you've just never seen moi. Okay. Because I'm a little eclectic, a little eccentric. We'll put it that way. Be nice. Okay. Alright, Julie, you're getting a card. Okay. Hierophant. We're pulling out the major arcana now. The Hierophant. Okay, Julie, do you meditate? Do you meditate, Julie? I think you should start meditating. Because that connection you have with the higher self, you do have a connection with the higher self. And you can see it all in this card. Major arcana means major change. Pay attention to the messages and those images where you go when you meditate, when you rest, when you close your eyes and focus your energy. I also even get a sense that you might be into Reiki. Or if you do not know what Reiki is, please look into it. Maybe that's what the change is about. Maybe you have at this time the idea. You do know, but you're doing it right, Julie. There's really no wrong way to do it. You trust your heart, and if you do it altruistically, yeah, the Hierophant. This is your card. Major change. Keep at it. All right. Next, Richard. Hope that helped, Julie. Freya. Freya. Are you into the Norse pantheon, Freya? Just out of curiosity. Interesting card for Freya. Queen of Swords. Wow. All right. The Queen of Swords. Let me look really quickly at this. She is pondering and pondering and pondering her next move. She's waiting. She is waiting on what? Look at the flags. Is she waiting on a shift in the weather? Is she waiting on the winds of war to be more apparent? My advice to you, yes, you have the skill. Yes, you have the ability. And right now you might want to fight, and it's not because your name's Freya, okay? But don't wait too long. You don't have to isolate yourself like this and wait for word from others, because you, Freya, I need to remind you that that sword that you carry, even though you have mastered it, you are the queen of it, and you have ability with it, it has two edges, doesn't it? One that can cut you and also cut away everything else. Use it wisely. Use your intuition. Experience things before just relying on hearing, getting those messages through the air, through the wind, kind of like smoke signals, if you understand that term. You have to get things in a more tangible type of message before you decide to use your weapon or not. Okay, that sword that you hold. Hope that helped, Freya. Okay, next, Richard. Rebel. Love the butterflies there, Rebel. You're getting a card too. Hope you don't mind. Sorry, I paused there. I don't know. Are you a fan of classical music, Rebel? Has nothing to do with this card, but just the vibe I'm getting. song came on over here on my side. I mean, an actual song. I have some music playing really low for me. But you, Rebel, have the 10 of Pentacles. Family, home, happiness, attainment. Remember what I said earlier tonight? It takes a village, right? Be a part of it. Experience it. You do listen to classical. Do you know the song The Swan? The Swan. It's from the Camille Saint something. Anyway, you need to listen to it. I don't know why, but you need to listen to it. I'm being told to tell you that. I know that's the weirdness that is me, everybody. I told you to buckle up. Now with this card, Pentacles are also coin. They're coins. It's also earth. So this is everything about home. This is everything that has to do with your home. Also business, also community, those things that you have tried to gather like your little tribe together and take care of. This is the happiest card of that suit. This is where you're at right now. Now, the next card I feel I need to tell you is the page in this particular deck. And that means a message is coming, a message of change. So don't be surprised if somebody has something to tell you, okay? That they've kind of been waiting on the right time. Hope that helped, Rebel, and enjoy listening to that. Camille Saint something, I can't remember his name, but he did this whole all music for each different animal, like the elephant, the swan, but the swan, you need to listen to the swan. Okay. Hope that helped.
You want to talk to me?
Pardon? Camille Saint-Saëns. That's Richard is telling me. That's who it is. It's something, it's spelled so, kind of weird, right? Like S-A-E-N-S or something like that, the last name. Hi, Louise. Look at your family. All right. Card. Six of Wands. Wow. Now, what are you planning? Louise, what are you trying to change? What are you calling upon? Yeah, why do I say calling upon? I'm going to let you look at this imagery again. Are you asking the elements, meaning you feeling the changes in the weather and the changes in everything around you, and you're just building up that fire, building it and building it and building it, right? Because you are getting traction and building up that traction and momentum to create that change. You have a lot of strength, but you also need to appreciate. This is going to sound a little weird. At least it sounds a little weird to me. But you also need to appreciate, and I know you have this great image over here of all these children, but your ancestors, meaning those people, those family members that came before you, okay? Because that's where a lot of that strength comes from, and that's where a lot of your ideas and a lot of your energy comes from. Have you ever heard of something called ancestral trauma? Look it up, okay? Look it up. Okay. Louise, if you have any questions about that, I am going to remember that card. Okay? And I'm going to remember you. So you can get in touch with me if you like. Okay, Richard, do we have someone else? Okay. Tommy's girl. All right. Okay. The Queen of Cups. Tommy's girl. Look at your picture that you use for your account. It's all water. And what's the Queen of Cups? She's the Queen of Water. I can't make this up, right? So, with the Queen of Cups, it said that she is the Queen of Empaths, right? She always kind of is too much in her own mind. The wheels are constantly spinning, thinking and going over things and replaying things in the mind, right? But in this particular card, in this particular deck, there is balance. Why? Because she has a singing bowl. So she is able to harness and use that energy and kind of cleanse with the water instead of being bogged down by it and pushed to the bottom. You understand? Almost like drowning in emotion. She's able to rise above it. Yes, she's sitting in it. Oh, the Queen of Cups is always around water and in water. But she's not submerged. So my advice to you isn't to stop thinking, is to find an outlet. And also, because there is a singing bowl here, and this is the Light Seer deck, have you ever tried any kind of frequency, like meditation? There are different types of sounds that can actually help empaths and can actually help with different kinds. It's all theory, but we could talk about quantum mechanics and all that. I get very philosophical about things sometimes, but look it up. It might interest you. And what she has in front of her is something called a Tibetan singing bowl. And they are always handmade, hand-hammered metal, right, to put out a particular frequency, meaning the sound itself has a certain frequency that is for a particular chakra within you. So please focus on your crown. Okay, perfect. Focus on your heart chakra, focus on your sacral, and focus on your crown. My advice to you. So you might want to look up meditations for those 3 chakras. All right. All right, Rebel. All right. Yay. I don't know. It came on and one of my guides said to tell you Rebel. So there we go. Stardust. I'll pull a card for you. This card wants you. Okay. Ooh. This is beautiful. I've never actually pulled this card before, Stardust, out of this deck. We have the Ace of Wands. Got any new ideas lately? Feel like changing things up? Look at the colors in this. Yeah. Act upon it. Now's the time to do it. And you know it. Just do it. You have the impetus. You feel it in your fiber. Whether it be learning something new, finishing off something, so that you can get closure, whether it be moving, whatever it is, that's it. You're hoping for a new love. Well, look at where the fire is coming from. It's from the third eye, right? So pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to your intuition. And if you are trying to quote unquote do manifest something, I don't often use that word very often, but have you heard of something called Grabovny numbers? Look it up. It's my little insight to you. Pay attention to the signs around you, Stardust. You got a lot of them. You got a lot of them. All right, Richard. Anybody else? Yeah, Lauren, they really, really are pretty. And did I do a card for you yet, Lauren? Did I? I don't know if I did or not. Okay, all right. Lauren, you're getting a card. The Ace of Swords. Now, every time I pull this card, swords, yes, conflict, across the board, some type of conflict, whether it be not seeing eye to eye, whether it being a misunderstanding, somebody just doesn't understand something that you're trying to explain. This is the beginning of that suit, okay? And when I look at this, I always notice two things right away. Her eyes are closed, meaning kind of going into it blindly, right? And also, this is that divine, who was that? I can't remember. Now my mind is like shutting down, okay? I can't remember the philosopher and the, I failed geometry, folks, okay? Just to put that out there. I don't even know if you have that over in the UK. But this is a sacred design. This is a sacred design in nature. It's a mathematical sacred design, and I cannot remember the name of it. You might just look like a nautilus to you, but also if you look, it's a staircase. So it's kind of like you've stepped into an MC Escher, if you're familiar with that artist, and it's just never ending. That's where the conflict starts, is that you need to open your eyes and focus on just one step at a time. Not exactly where each step is going, how much deeper into it you are going, but each step that you take, you're going to have to explain. And then conflict will be avoided. But you have to open your eyes to see that things are having an effect on the people around you. Okay. I hope that helps a little bit. Because it doesn't have to go beyond the beginning of the swords, okay? It doesn't have to go to the next one. Okay. Andrea, absolutely you can have a card. We have a quick drink, excuse me. All right. You have the Knight of Cups. Woo! Andrea, look at the imagery here. Now, I did warn you guys, this was a contemporary deck. What you got going on over there, Andrea? The Knight of Cups. Cups represent water, represent emotion. So this doesn't necessarily have to be somebody coming into your life for a relationship. It could also be somebody who is willing to apologize. Doesn't even have to be a man. It is somebody that has the heart, the energy of the Knight of Cups. Okay? And they are holding that bouquet of flowers. Is it love? Is it a peace offering? His hat is off. Is he introducing himself? I'm saying he because, well, that's what the picture implies. But it could just be a general pronoun. They. Okay? There's nothing bad about this card. But I will say this much. Understand that you have the upper hand. If this person is coming to you and is all about this apology or introducing themselves to you for some reason or another, remember, because they're coming to you, that you actually have the upper hand and can tell them, never mind, go away. Or you can reach out your hand, shake hands, and say hello. Okay? Hope that helped. I know, now you're like, when's that gonna happen? At least I would be if it was me. If I gave myself that card reading, I'd be like, give me a day, right? Give me a day. Hi, Christine. Would you like a card, Christine? Or did I already do a card for you? I know you sometimes pop in on my things.
Not tonight.
No? Some of you pop in on my lives that I do randomly. And I appreciate that. It's really great to see friendly faces. Okay, Christine, your card. The Page. Oh, boy. Why do I say, oh, boy? There's a lot going on in this card. Okay. The Page, a.k.a. Messenger. You are getting the message that, hey, there's a little emotional turbulence happening, okay? Because the next card after this is the Knight. So, again, as I said with the previous person, I can't even remember, right? Because it's a blur now. I'm sorry, everybody. Forgive me. This is the card right before that, the Knight. So, messages are out there. The messengers are making themselves known. Now, let's look at what is actually going on. In spirit, we have two hands holding a heart in spirit over here where my finger is, okay? And then up here, not quite landed yet, meaning not quite there in the physical yet, but coming, is somebody who has yet a singing bowl and somebody that might, it's a situation that might seem that will never ever possibly happen. Guess what? Just might happen, Christine. And why do I say that? Because this artist, who is very cheeky, also put a pig flying here. And the term here in the United States is, oh, that'll happen when pigs fly. Okay? Well, there's a flying pig in this. And so this is something that you might think as distant a possibility as you could get. But guess what? You have the energies and spirit kind of being like, ooh, let's try this. Let's all get together and do this for Christine. Okay? You are Yes. Well, they're all pulling for you. They're all pulling for you. And I hope that you can see that. These little hands over here. They're white outline and there's a heart that they're holding. Okay? So they're trying to make this happen. So hang in there. And if you ever need any kind of help with this particular card or want me to talk about it a little bit more, please reach out. Okay? Hope that helped, Christine. It's not a bad card. It's actually kind of a good card. Okay? It is. Maxine. Thank you. Thank you, Maxine. I'm going to pull a tarot card for you. Everybody's been getting this card lately. My clients, that is. 7 of Wands. Maxine. First thing pops in my head with you. Little Miss Muffet sat on a tuffet eating her curds and whey. Along came a spider and sat down beside her and frightened Miss Muffet away. Yes, this lady is meditating. She has a little energy bubble around her. But look at all these wands. And there is 7 of them, each one representing a different chakra, the color of the wands, right? Well, that bubble's going to burst. Open your eyes. What you have learned, what you have been focusing on, and what you have been centering on, now is the time to do it. This is a fire card. Again, that's that energy and that drive to do it, to get things done. Fire, though, I also feel I have to tell you, Maxine, is that it has to be fed. So, when in doubt, do whatever you have to do to clear your mind, but keep moving forward. Because this little wand right there is about to break this bubble and test it. Test the boundary. Be like, hey, Maxine, what you doing over there? You've been sitting there a little too long. Get up and do it, Maxine. You can do it. Believe in yourself. I mean, look at the beauty of this card. If you've built that around you energetically, what could you do for the world? Imagine that. All right. Hope that helped, Maxine.
Last one, because I've just seen the time.
All right. This is Amanda, correct?
Yeah.
All right, Amanda. You're getting a card. Surprised I remembered the name. Forgive me, but when I do readings, sometimes I forget names. So. Yay. You're memorable. Yay. I remembered your name. The 8 of Cups. Amanda, look at your strength. I want to say a bad word here, but I won't. But instead of using this Tibetan singing bowl to actually clear the energy around you, you're using fire. You've just ripped it up, ripped that letter up, thrown it in there, and lit it on fire and walked away. You're like, done with it. done. Good for you. Good riddance. Good riddance, Amanda. All right? You are walking away from the water, which means that there is more clarity. You're walking toward the sun, which means that the light is going to shine on those little nooks and crannies that have been hiding in the shadows for far too long. So things are going to become more apparent for you, and you are going to see certain flaws and certain negativities that, we all get blinded sometimes. We get too into things, too far into the forest to see the forest for the trees, so to speak. And this is you waking up and saying, done with that. So good for you, Amanda. Good for you. All right. Hope that helped. And I think that is it for tonight. Is that not it for tonight, Richard? Yeah?
Yep.
All right. Well, again, thank you, everybody. And if you have any questions, please reach out. You can either reach out to SBTV, find me on their website, and use the social links there. And I'm sure that that website address is underneath where the description is for this video. And you're very welcome, Amanda. And yeah, I'm always around somewhere. I'm also going to be offering a class on palmistry on the SPTV website. I will be figuring that out pretty soon, how to do that. But that's, as I said in the beginning of this broadcast, that the website that Richard worked on himself actually has that capability. So there are different Zoom classes and different meetups that are being offered now through it. So please look into it, okay? And if you have any question, I can't say that enough here, okay? Reach out. Reach out. And it was a pleasure being here. Remember that you are loved. You are. And this might drive Richard crazy, but I'm going to quote Plato. Plato said, the only thing you'll ever know, and I'm paraphrasing and making it modern, the only thing you'll ever know about life in general is that you will never truly know. Let that sink in. Even though I just did everything that I did, okay? But keep reaching, because we're all energy, and that's just how important every one of us are. We're all cogs on those wheels of that mechanism that keeps everything turning. And energy cannot be destroyed, it just changes form. And you're here now. That's how important you are. So have faith in yourself. I have faith in you. And you are truly loved. Take care, everybody. Thank you, Shiloh. Again, it was an honor. And it was an honor getting to do readings for all of you. Take care, everybody. Good night.